Hello everybody. Well, today I'm going to give you a brief overview of how I did the electric in the camper van. So let's get started on that. So on the outside, this is where it all starts. Okay, so inside, the outside short connector goes to the breaker box. I have 4 circuits in here on the breaker box. One of them's a receptacle right down here. Then I've got 3 other receptacles up in the front that all go through this breaker box. And that's pretty much it for the 120 volt stuff. Now we go on to the 12 volt stuff. That would be right here. This center section is the charging part of the 12 volt. And yeah, that's a charge controller right there for solar. We're going to talk about that in another video coming up. This right here actually is a battery charger and maintainer. It runs off of the 110 volt, and it's actually wired into my 12 volt system to charge my battery. And I am using a absorbed gas mat battery, and this charger will handle that type of battery. Now over here is the power distribution center, which is right there, and that's for all the 12 volt stuff. I've got 6 different circuits in here, and everything hooks into there. Now this is all set up to run off of a 12 volt battery, and or I can run it off of a 12 volt power station, either one. But for the battery, I've got 3 different ways of charging it. Basically, I've got the solar, I've got the electric battery charger, and I also have a wire coming back from the battery on the van, which I can charge it that way too. So I've got 3 ways of charging it. My power distribution goes to 6 different circuits. Diesel heater, the water pump, the Alpi Cool has its own circuit, the lights is on a circuit, charge ports are on a circuit, and the roof fan is on a circuit. And that's basically how I'm doing my electrical system. Now, one of the things about this whole system is every item here you can get at Walmart, you can get it at an auto parts store, you can get it at a hardware store, you can get it about anywhere. One of my goals with this project was to make something that was very easy to find parts for if I ever had to fix anything. And this system is going back to the 70s, kind of the way we did things in the RVs back then. They were never set up for 12 volt, they was all set up for 110 volt. And when we converted them, we used the car battery, and then we used the 12 volt charger if we had an electric site to keep the battery charged up. Now I know this is kind of a quick video. I wanted to cover the electrical system, or at least the power distribution part of it by itself, because there's a lot more components of it than just here. Some of them I've covered, some of them I'm going to cover. But I wanted to do this before we got moved on to the next part. So yeah, right now the build is at $623.68. So with just the 120 volt stuff, the breakers in the box was $50. The plug on the outside of the van was $19. The yellow extension cord that's plugged into it, that was $25.97. Now the 3 receptacles and the boxes and the covers and everything all together was $15.24. And you'll see most of them in another video coming up. So for the 120 volt stuff alone, we spent $110.21. Now on the 12 volt stuff, the battery charger is $27.35. The fuse box, or the power distribution block, was $11.99. On both of them, the miscellaneous wire for the 120 volt and the 12 volt, we had about $70 worth of wire, and miscellaneous hardware was $10. So for the 12 volt stuff, we ended up at about $119.34. So altogether, on the electrical, we spent $229.55, which brings our van build total at this point up to $853.23. Well, everybody, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you guys in the next build.